I'm currently at my mom's house. I don't know, it's Wednesday. I've been here since Friday. Yeah, I've been here since Friday, and I'm just not getting the urge to film something. So, we're gonna see how many books I can complete by the time I leave here. I'm actually about to finish my second one, Suffer the Children by Craig DeLue. I don't know. It's by Craig something. But the first book I finished was One of Our Own by Lucinda Berry. I listened to that on the drive up. It was only a 4-hour audiobook, so I completely finished that book. And then the next one I've been reading, actually, I'm about to finish my third book because I brought a book, Great and Precious Things by Rebecca Yarros. I brought that book and I was already, I probably had 150 pages left. And I finished that like 2 days ago. And so now I'm reading Suffer the Children, and that book is, I have maybe an hour left. I'm listening to it. I have maybe an hour left in that book. So that's going to be my third book completed while I've been here, or since leaving my house. Let me say that, since leaving my house. That'll be my third book. So I just want to see how many more I can complete. I'm leaving here on, I think, Monday. So I did bring my Kindle. I have one physical copy I brought, and then I also have access to Audible and Libby, all the books on there. So we're gonna see how much I actually read for the rest of the week. Okay, so I just finished Suffer the Children. I think that book is 5 stars for me. It was really good. I feel like it was a perfect combination of apocalyptic horror and like vampire horror. It's like, I feel like it was a new take. At least newer than I've ever seen. I'm gonna try and get a few things in before my daughter comes into this room. If you haven't read the book already and you don't want a spoiler, you can skip ahead, but I want to talk about it really quick. So, this whole book was extremely captivating for me. It touched home because, it's about children and I have a child, and it was just a little. Oh, I remember one scene. I was reading and I was eating, and I had to stop eating. I had to put my plate down, stop eating, and take a second because I felt like I was gonna throw up if I kept reading and eating at the same time. So I took a break. The entire story, Nadine, which is the doctor's wife, she's the nurse, the one who's doing a lot of the. Okay, so basically, let me start over. Let me wind it back. Basically, this book is about. I don't have the synopsis in front of me, but basically, it's about there's this sickness that comes and it only affects the children. All the children die, and then the kids come back to life. And I'm only saying that because it is in the synopsis. I wouldn't say that. I feel like that's a major part of the story. But I'm only saying it because it's literally on the back of the book. So the kids come back and they start like demanding blood. Serena's here. They start demanding blood, and basically it's how far will you go to give your children these how far will you go to give your children blood to keep them alive, like. So basically Nadine is one of the people who is withdrawing blood from people, giving it to the kids, like. And one of her lines in the book is not God's, forgive me. God demands a blood sacrifice. So she was like insane from the beginning, okay? She was just she's just crazy. She's just crazy from the beginning. And I don't know, just little things that she would say, how she would act, like I just knew, okay, this girl is something's wrong with this girl. And then her husband David is like, bless him, he's trying to do the right thing. And then there's this other couple, Joan. I think that's how you say her name, Joan. And then her husband Doug. And then they have 2 kids. And then it also follows Ramona. Which is a single mom, and she has 1 kid, Josh. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Ramona is literally the craziest woman I've ever read about. She like has no problem killing people. Like the guy she was kind of somewhat singing, I guess you could say, she ended up killing him. She ended up killing him because he was like, I want to break up because I just can't do this no more. And she was like, I'm not crazy. And she just went crazy on him. Like, it was, wow. And then at the end of the book, I feel like it ended really well. And then at the end of the book, the kids, like, I guess we get like a chapter or whatever of like from Herod's point of view, like from the kids. Sorry for the interruption. If you hear her crying in the background, she's eating, okay? Just don't mind her. But anyway, so the last chapter, we get a point of view, like Herod's point of view, which is the sickness. So basically it's like following these kids around. It's not a long chapter or anything, but it is very disturbing, in my opinion. It mentions that some of the kids start to feed on the other kids, but also before that chapter, the kids come back to life without needing any blood, like they did in the beginning whenever they just like all walked out of the graves. Like, it is so disturbing, but it is so good. I absolutely love the book. I think, like I said, I think I'm going to be giving it 5 stars. I'd read it. If you're into horror, I'd read it. It is really good. It is really good. I would watch the trigger warnings if you're not into, like, I guess it's called child horror. I don't know exactly what it's called. But if you're not into, like, if children are like a sensitive topic for you, I would not read it. But it's really good. I do recommend it. If you don't really have any triggers like me, then I would read it. It's really good. So yeah. Okay, today is Thursday. I don't know the date, but I didn't really film much today and I didn't really read much. I know I said I was going to start the housemaid series, but my brother messaged me and he was like, when are we going to continue reading Harry Potter? So I started Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire today. I got to about the middle of chapter 2. I didn't read long at all. I read for maybe an hour today. Maybe. So I didn't read much. And I also didn't film much, but it was a good day nonetheless. So I'm going to pick this back up tomorrow and see how much I read. I'm not pressuring myself. I'm not putting a limit or like setting a goal or anything. I just want to see how much I can naturally read by that time. Okay, so it's currently the next day. I just put Serena down for a nap, so I'm gonna go ahead and get some reading in. I think I'm towards the end of chapter 2. of Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. This is my first time, I don't know if I mentioned this, but this is my first time reading through the Harry Potter series. I'm currently on book 4. I mean, I'm really liking it. I really enjoy the movies. I am a Harry Potter fan. Not crazy, super crazy, but I can feel it coming on just because I'm reading the books and there's a lot more detail in the books. I do think that the movies are pretty good. But yeah, so this is my first time reading through the series. So I'm going to go ahead and get some reading done before my mom comes home and before my daughter wakes back up. So yesterday I got to chapter 6 of The Goblet of Fire, and we're going to do more reading today. All right, so I'm still at my mom's. I wanted to do a check-in. I am leaving today. Yesterday I read up until about chapter 9 in Harry Potter of the Goblet of Fire, and I just started at chapter 10. I'm listening while I am trying to clean up and pack and get my things together so that we can go ahead and get on the road. I am unsure if I'm going to listen to this on the road or if I'm going to listen to an audiobook, like a different audiobook. I currently have, what do I have? I have Coraline. I have Coraline downloaded right now. So, and it's a 4-hour drive back home. The audiobook is 4 hours. I know my drive home is going to be a little longer because I'm probably going to end up stopping. I'm going to need gas. And I have Serena, so she's probably going to want to walk around in the middle of that at some point. So I know my drive is going to be longer than 4 hours. And I can finish that entire audiobook on the drive home. So I'm kind of wondering if I should just read Coraline on the way home. I think I might. I'm not sure. I'll let you know.